life. This thing we all really take for granted. But what actually is it? Some may describe it as the will of some greater power or being. Others yet call it pointless and unfulfilling. Many say it's too short, while still others struggle to find meaning to theirs. Despite all that, we all have the unifying experience of living it, and it has to mean something, doesn't it? So what is the smallest living thing? A cell? This is a protein-based robot that is too small to feel or experience anything. However, it does avoid decay into disorder and equilibrium, because it has a wall that separates it from its surroundings, which creates order. It regulates itself and maintains a constant state. It eats stuff to stay alive, it reacts to the environment, it is subject to evolution and reproduces. But no part of it is actually alive. Stuff just reacts chemically with other stuff. It is all really just dead matter moved by the laws of the universe. So what is life then? Is DNA life then? Is life just information that tries to ensure its continued existence? I have no idea, but one thing is certain, and that is that the idea that life is fundamentally different from non-living things because they contain some sort of non-physical element or are governed by different principles than inanimate objects is wrong. Therefore, I'd argue any and all self-awareness simulations seem like a decent enough definition of life. But first, let's look at a life form that we are all familiar with, humans. And as you probably know, human progress is nonlinear. But why is that? This boils down to more advanced societies having the ability to progress at a faster rate than less advanced societies, because, well, they're more advanced. So if advancements are getting bigger and happening more quickly, then that suggests some pretty crazy things about our future, doesn't it? If our past plays a role in our future, like it always has, then what we see in 2030 will completely pulverize what we thought was possible with human intelligence. The future is, after all, unexplainable and mystifying. If it wasn't, then it wouldn't be differentiable from the present. All this is not science fiction, but simply data analysis of human progress. But perhaps the key to this technological explosion is not directly through humans, but through our computer creations. Artificial intelligence. This all-inclusive and fear-inducive term has been used by many. But what does it actually mean? Well, it can be broken down into three main categories. The first is artificial narrow intelligence, known as ANI, and this is AI that specializes in one area, and, well, they are everywhere. They include things like cars, phones, emails, spam filters, Google Translate, and the world's best checkers, chess, Scrabble, backgammon, and Othello players. The next artificial general intelligence, known as AGI, refers to a computer that can perform any intellectual task that a human being can. This incredibly complex machine has not yet been created, but involves the ability to reason, plan, solve problems, think abstractly, comprehend complex ideas, learn quickly, and learn from experience. Finally, there is artificial superintelligence, known as ASI, and this machine is just plain scary. It is described as an intellect that is much smarter than the best human brains in practically every field, including scientific creativity and general wisdom and social skills. ASI is the reason the topic of artificial intelligence is such a controversial topic and why the words immortality and extinction are often seen with it. Not if, but once we create ASI, the only question will become is whether it will be a nice God. ASI would be able to solve every problem to ever face humanity. Cancer and other diseases, not a chance. No problem for ASI. Health and medical care would be revolutionized beyond imagination. World hunger, consider it gone. ASI could use things like nanotech to build meat from scratch that would be molecularly identical to real meat. Mortality, solved. No problem. ASI could use nanotech to replace our decaying cells with new ones, so we effectively don't age. Perhaps, instead of finding new ways to propagate our physical existence, ASI will realize how impractical and useless physical bodies actually are and create an entirely artificial and computational existence for all humans to effectively live fulfilling and happy lives. Despite the overwhelming evidence that all human life so far has been subject to mortality, I still remain skeptical it's impossible to achieve immortality. Through looking at things like the exponential advancement of technology, AI solving our problems for us, and redefining what it means to be alive, we see how reachable and connected our wildest dreams become. Perhaps the idea that a set of data existing indefinitely won't seem so far-fetched. Therefore, I challenge you to open your eyes and make a better person of yourself, because you just might become